is one Swedish flavor I still haven't gotten used to. Licorice. I don't want to say that I dislike it, but I kind of do. And I've really tried. It's just so intense. Salty. Herbal. To me, it almost tastes like medicine sometimes. It's one of those flavors that feels very acquired. But most Swedish people seem to absolutely love it. It's everywhere. Candy, ice cream, desserts. And fennel has a very similar flavor, especially when it's raw. It almost reminds me a bit of star anise. And this is probably why a lot of people think they dislike fennel. And I used to feel the same way. If fennel was raw in a salad, I would usually avoid it completely. But the thing is, you don't have to eat it raw. Once it's cooked slowly, something completely different happens to it. It's not just the texture that changes. The sharpness softens. It becomes mellow, sweet, almost buttery. And it takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it in. So that's the plan here. Turning fennel into something I'll actually want to eat. I started cooking at a very young age. I kind of had to take care of my younger sisters. And we were, well, not that well off. There were certain cheap ingredients that we ate a lot. Peanuts, posho, which is similar to polenta, and these really small fish called mokene or Lake Victoria sardines. And seriously, we got so tired of eating these fish. So I had to find different ways of cooking them. Otherwise, my sisters just wouldn't want to eat. And I think that's actually where my love for slow cooking started. I would simmer the fish in the peanuts on a very low heat for long hours. And it completely changed the dish. The fish became softer. The sauce became richer. Everything tasted deeper and much more comforting. It almost felt like a completely different ingredient at that point. Like the long cooking gave it a chance to become something different. It got to a point where even the neighbors would want to come and eat what I've cooked. And I think that's still the kind of food I love making the most today. Taking ingredients that people normally overlook, or ingredients I don't even enjoy that much myself at first, and slowly transforming them into something surprisingly good. I also think we need to give some credit to butter, because let's be honest, if it wasn't for butter, a lot of restaurants probably wouldn't still be in business. Butter fixes a lot of things. It makes sauces richer, vegetables softer, purees smoother. It just makes food taste better. So, I think we should all take a moment to appreciate. Hats off to butter. Another thing I love about cooking is that it feels a bit like therapy to me. The silence, the sounds of the food cooking, it gives my mind space to wander. Sometimes I process things, sometimes I come up with ideas or think about things I want to do. And sometimes I'm just in my nothing box, just enjoying the moment. And with everything constantly happening, both in everyday life and in the world around us, that's not always so easy to do. Cooking gives me that space. I think people sometimes imagine that good food has to be complicated. But a lot of the time, it really isn't. It's usually just small things done properly. Cooking something slowly, seasoning as you go, tasting and testing. Giving ingredients enough time to develop flavor. And I think time is one of the most overlooked ingredients in cooking. We are so used to wanting everything quickly. Quick recipes, quick dinners. And I understand that. Most days we don't have all the hours to spend on cooking. But when you want something that feels extra special, something with a bit more intention behind it, you just need to slow down a bit. I never thought I would enjoy fennel this much. And that's what I love the most about cooking. Sometimes an ingredient you normally avoid just needs a completely different approach. A little extra time, a bit more patience, and a lot of butter. And with that special treatment, an ingredient that tasted too strong, too overpowering, becomes soft, sweet, and comforting instead. And that's what this whole dish is about. Taking an underrated ingredient, slowing down for a while, and give it the chance to become something